place is free, so you're welcome to come here whenever you want.
Chris Reed is getting things in order at his bar. But here at the other side, there's just one rule.
You have to be sober, and that's really about it.
That's because Chris is a recovering heroin addict, a path in life he says should have never been in his cards.
I never had trouble making friends. I played sports. My parents are still together today.
What started as underage drinking and smoking pot quickly picked up speed.
I can't stop once I start.
Chris and his friends then began abusing prescription opiates. But Chris says that wasn't enough for him, which is why he chased a more serious high through cocaine and finally heroin.
First time I tried heroin was pretty much the end of the rest of the drugs.
So while other kids his age were heading off to college, Chris was racking up a rap sheet, facing DUIs and retail thefts. To fuel his addiction, Chris stole from his own family, pawning their belongings for drug money.
At a certain point, when I turned 18, they had to kick me out of the house because I was literally creating so much chaos and so much havoc within our family unit that if they didn't remove me from it, the whole family was going to fall apart.
Chris was 18, couch surfing and manipulating any way he could to enable his addiction.
There was 1 month where I just spent it on the west side of Chicago, with a heroin dealer, and I would just drive him around so that he could do his deals and he would, get me high for free. There was a month in September of 2009 where I overdosed 3 times in a week, and then that was immediately followed by a suicide attempt.
Chris says he didn't immediately try to get sober.
Until it was so painful, right? My life had become so painful and so exhausting, and that I couldn't even look at myself, in the mirror, to where I was willing to give up the idea that I would live life with drugs and alcohol, and I was open to the idea of at least trying to stay sober.
Slowly but surely, Chris says he started on his road to recovery, attending support meetings and seeing what sober life looked like.
These were people who were just like me, who had done the things that I had done, who had felt the way that I had felt. I'm surrounded by all these people. The only difference is they're happy, right? They've got a job, they've got a car, they've got a girlfriend, they've got everything.
Now, 8 sober years later, Chris is the person other addicts look to when it comes to sobriety.
I know that a lot of people have come through this place and have felt a sense of community, and they've been able to find a social aspect to their life.
This place is the other side. A building that belonged to Chris's construction company then sat vacant until...
But then people in recovery just started hanging out here.
What started off as just a hangout is now a sober bar, offering recovering addicts a safe social setting and weekly support meetings.
Nothing ensures my sobriety better than working with other people. I know what it's like to overdose, right? The psychiatrist that they're meeting with probably doesn't. To identify with those things holds a lot of depth and weight with somebody.
Just a few minutes away, the road to recovery continues for 12 men at the Johnson House. New Directions Addiction Recovery, which Chris is president of, runs this sober house.
Yeah, we've had some amazing stories.
I basically lost everything due to my addiction. About the only thing I had left in life was the clothes on my back and my truck. The fact of the matter is that I'm an alcoholic. If it wasn't for the Johnson House here and New Directions, I really don't know what I would have done.
I've been battling addiction for almost 10 years now. Since I've been dealing with this for so long, I really wanted to try something that I had never done before, and that would be, going to a sober living house. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Being around all these guys who are going through the same thing that you're going through makes it very easy to work your program. I mean, it's a whole lifestyle change. I honestly couldn't ask for more in a sober living house.
For me, the most important thing here is the structure and the accountability. If I was at home, I'd probably be using right now. Having the structure of this and being around other guys that are trying to do the next right thing is crucial. Surround yourself with good people and you're going to have good results.
I basically see them getting their lives back, getting a chance at living a healthy, productive life. Some of these guys haven't ever had that kind of experience, and I think we just provide the structure, the guidance, and the resources that they need to be healthy and independent.
Chris says his role in all of this is small.
A lot of the credit goes to them for putting the legwork in.
And while this wasn't the life he originally envisioned,
now I wouldn't trade the life that I have now for anything, because it is so far beyond what I would have ever expected for myself. So.